I did not intend to become a minimalist, it just happened. I am the accidental minimalist. Hello, my name's Rachel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. I never intended to find minimalism. It was a journey that I kind of went on for various different reasons. So I thought I'd talk you through kind of my story and how I became a minimalist and what brought me here and how it works for me. So my journey started almost 3 years ago. It was mid-pandemic, I think, early pandemic, when I decided that I was going to do a no spend year. My sole aim was to clear debt and start saving. That was the goal. And so what I was doing was I was selling any items that I had in my home to earn some extra money to pay off the debt. That was the goal, that's what I was working towards. And I just got rid of anything that I knew that was worth something that I didn't want or didn't need. So like any old devices, any unused phones, any electrical items that just weren't being used. I also got rid of any furniture, any pieces that I thought I didn't need, or I got rid of them along the way. And I also got rid of any jewellery that I didn't like, that I knew was worth something at the time, just so that I could almost start afresh. And it managed to raise quite a bit of money to be able to pay off my debt. It's surprising how much stuff you can get even if you're just getting a couple of quid for some items. It's surprising how much that adds up to a bigger amount, and then you're clearing hundreds off your debt. So that's what I did. I used the money that I raised to clear off debt, and because I was trying to save money and clear debt and not spend, I embarked on a no spend challenge where I was going to challenge myself for a couple of months to stop spending. And because I wasn't spending, I was then not bringing in new items into my home. So subsequently, I was able to manage the inventory within my home, because at no cost was I allowed to buy anything that was not needed or anything unnecessary. So everything was capped. It just meant that I had control of what was coming in and out, and mostly it was going out. So I wasn't bringing in new stuff. And because I wasn't going out spending, I wasn't going shopping, I wasn't buying things, I had a lot of free time. And because we were still kind of mid-pandemic at that point, but there was movement, it meant that I could guilt-free spend time just going through my stuff. So it gave me lots of time to be able to declutter and go through things that I didn't want. So I used that time wisely. It gave me time to really think about what I was decluttering. And because I had gone through different basic stuff that was going to raise some money, because I'd gone through the key items that was going to raise some bigger funds, I then started working in smaller areas, and that's when I came up with the little acts of decluttering, where I kind of focused in on one area and just did what I could to make it as simple as possible and get rid of anything unnecessary. So I just wasn't holding on to stuff. So I wasn't holding on to stuff that I didn't use and didn't need. Like the amount of stuff that I had that I could say was sat in the boxes that hadn't been touched since I moved in here. They'd been there for years, like a good 3 to 4 years, and never been used. Well, what am I keeping it for if it's not something that I'm going to on a daily basis, or even like on a monthly basis, or once a year? It was just a case of that the stuff just wasn't serving any purpose to me. So I was quite ruthless, but it has made such a difference to how it feels in my home. So I have all the things that I love, all the things that I wanted to keep, because that made me happy. So it made it easier, because I was feeling like I was keeping stuff that made me feel good, and I was just getting rid of stuff that didn't make me feel good. And as I started decluttering, like the visual clutter was going, and it just made it feel calmer, more relaxed. So it kept me motivated to keep going and keep working through different areas, because I could see the benefits as I was decluttering. I could see how it was making me feel, like the weight lifting, like as I needed to get rid of stuff, it just made me feel better. And this also then had a huge positive impact on managing my chronic fatigue syndrome, because although decluttering made me think a lot and that can be quite exhausting, hence why I did small areas at a time, once I'd finished decluttering most areas, it made it easier to clean, easier to tidy, easy to put things away, easy to get things out. I wasn't losing things. I had better control over my daily life because there was less to think about at that point. So it made it easier to manage. And it made me happier. It made me feel more content with the things that I had. I appreciated what I had. I didn't feel the desire to buy lots of things to kind of fill the space. It made me kind of think differently about what I was purchasing and only getting things that kind of were versatile or served a purpose. And it gave me a lot more free time. Once I'd finished decluttering, I had so much free time that I could then use to do hobbies, spend more time with friends, prioritise socialising with key people, and getting outside, doing exercise, doing stuff. Whereas before it felt quite caged in, and then it meant that I felt completely different by the end of the process. And mainly it made me feel motivated. It made me feel motivated to make more videos. It made me feel motivated to start different social media channels, to kind of share my journey and to motivate others. It gave me that spark and it gave me that purpose, which perhaps before I was feeling like I was lacking. So it kind of suited me really well. So like I said, I have almost done 3 years since I started decluttering, and it took till about after 2 years to be able to feel like I could confidently call myself a minimalist. But then when I think about it, being a minimalist isn't about the end product. It's about the journey, it's about the mindset shift, it's about the change that I've made in how I consume items. I'm really conscious, I'm intentional with my purchases. I don't buy things that might be wasteful. So my mindset has completely shifted and it has made me more aware of things, and I just feel more content with that I'm intentional with my day-to-day life. And absolutely my journey is very personal to me, and your journey will be equally personal to you. It is that journey that is important. That's the goal. That is the minimalism kind of wave, is going through that experience and seeing how it takes you through. But yeah, I think it was definitely something that I have benefited from, and although it was accidental, it was never intentional. I didn't just kind of watch a TV show about minimalism and decide, right, I'm going to be a minimalist. It just kind of happened over the time that I was decluttering, because I realised how impactful it was going to be for my life. Let me know in the comments below if you are on this journey too and are on the minimalism wave. If you're on the way to becoming an accidental minimalist, I'd love to know how you're getting on, and I shall be back soon for more videos. Take care. Bye.